Can't get my coffee. Oh, yeah. What's going on, people? My name is Gary Jordan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I do a weekly podcast called the Tuna Fish Special Podcast. The link in the description. You can also subscribe to this channel. This is my first ever live movie review ever, and it's been a long time coming. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't like wasting too much time. I hate that I waited so long to talk about this movie, but I seen it like a couple weeks ago. And the movie I'm talking about is Shang-Chi and the Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings. And the movie stars Simu Liu Yin, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, and Awkwafina. Of course I know Awkwafina. And this is a Marvel, this is phase 4 of Marvel. This is like the fresh new take of Marvel. They're not talking about this. They do reference some things in the past phase, but this is a fresh new interpretation because we're getting into the new phase of Marvel. So they decided to do Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi basically starts out as he living in America, he lives in San Francisco. He has a friend named Awkwafina. They go out and do karaoke at night. Basically, he's like a man child. He doesn't want to have too many responsibilities. He's kind of laid back, cool. They both work at, you know, at the little ticket counter, the little valet shit, or whatever you want to call it. And he kind of stays on the radar, but little dude, Awkwafina her character knows that he has a past, and his past go deep rooted. And his father is played by Tony Jaa Lang. I'm sorry if I butchered his name wrong, but he plays the real Mandarin. Yeah, I remember the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3. If some of you are Marvel fans and they've been following the Marvel brand for a minute, you've seen Iron Man 3. So that was the fake Mandarin. We actually get the real Mandarin in this one. And the movie, it starts off with him showing how his life is now, but it just starts to interject into his past, where there's a few thugs that come out of nowhere and try to take this little bracelet off his necklace, and then they get into an altercation on a bus. And then that's when he starts to go on the journey, and then his friends start to find out who he really is, and then they go off into this mystical action adventure thing, and you start finding about the 10 rings and what it means, and what it means to his family, and how he came about, and what type of lifestyle he was before his friend met him. And you get into all these different backstories about Shang-Chi, and you're getting a ride for your life. I mean, the movie, it doesn't waste any time. Like, I think the first couple 10 minutes of the movie, it starts off with a little whatever. You could see what his life is now, but then it gets right into it. The fight sequence, everything. This movie is directed by Destin Daniel Clayton, if I'm saying it correctly. I've seen a couple movies he's directed. He directed Just Mercy for Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson, and he mostly do a lot of dramatic stuff. So Marvel do pretty good when they get like indie directors. They always picking a lot of indie directors. I salute them for that, instead of getting like well-known, big name budget film. But yeah, Shang-Chi though, I want to say this, I thought it was really good. It was really good. Did very much. The pacing of it was pretty good. The action, the fight sequences were really good. The special effects was amazing. You get to get a lot of things about Shang-Chi that I didn't know about. All I knew with Shang-Chi was that he was a master of Kung Fu. He's the dude who taught Spider-Man how to fight. So I didn't know too much about him, and this movie kind of gave me an overlaying about him. I read a lot of comic books. I am a comic book enthusiast. If y'all can see, I got Daredevil on my wall. I love that show, by the way. And anyway, yeah, so you get to find out about him, you get to see his sister, you get to find out what happened to his mother, you get to find out about the relationship between him and his father. It's a very complicated one. You do see a couple familiar faces in this, and there's a few references from some of the old Marvel stuff in it, but not a lot. They started fresh with this one. But Shang-Chi, I think it was good. It's not in my top 5 as far as Marvel films, or it's definitely not in my top 10. My top 5: Guardians, Civil War, Infinity War, Ragnarok, and Winter Soldier. Those are my top 5. It's not in my top 5, but it's not in my top 10 either. But it still was a decent movie. It was different. It also represented the Asian culture really well. I like how they treated Awkwafina as an outsider, even though she is Asian, but she considered Asian American. So they treated her kind of like an outsider, kind of like they did in Black Panther with Killmonger. They kind of treated him like an outsider, and that's like very important to know. Marvel's y'all smart. Y'all got it for dads. Y'all very smart. But yeah, the fight sequence in this movie was great. Wish I would have saw more of it. I think the first act was really good. Second act, it dragged just a little bit because they wanted to dive too much into the backstory of Shang-Chi and his family. They just dive right into it, and then like the third act, that's when things started picking back up again. But overall, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I'm interested in seeing where they're gonna go with this, because I mean, this is the first for him, and he Shimi Yulane, if I'm saying it correctly. If I'm saying it incorrect, I do apologize. But he did good at Shang-Chi, and I'm interested in seeing what else they're gonna do with this. Awkwafina is always great. It's always good to watch her on screen. I think she's hilarious. The little deep little voice she got and everything like that. So yeah, I thought this movie was pretty good. I give it a 4.5. Like I said, the movie was good. I just think that second half of the movie, it dragged just a little bit. It kind of was doing too much of too many flashbacks. It just kind of drained it out just a little bit. But then it picked back up on the third part of the film, which was good. Again, the action was great, especially the bus sequence. I mean, that was fun. That was a lot of fun to watch. I felt like I was watching a Jackie Chan movie. They did kind of make you feel like you was watching a real martial art film. Of course, they had some other things in there that was kind of added, but this is a good start from Marvel. I can't wait to see what else they do. They got the Eternals getting ready to come out, and we all anticipating for that Spider-Man movie getting ready to come out too. So yeah, I think they had a great start. Marvel right now is hitting back right now, and like I don't see anybody getting tired of watching these films anytime soon. So, and then they got the Hawkeye show getting ready to come out too. I'm looking forward to that, because if any of you seen the end of the Black Widow, you know what's going to happen in that show. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, that was my little short preview. I didn't get too much into it because, you know, I feel like everybody know, if you like Marvel, probably already seen this. I've seen it 2 weeks ago. I just put this out recently. I just haven't had time to record. I do apologize. You see, I'm like a bad of I'm tired. Yeah. Anywho, you'll get to see more of my reviews. I will do old stuff and some new stuff. I don't think anything new coming out right now, but when it does, be sure to tune in and check it out. Again, this is Garrett Jordan, aka the Spirit King. Follow me, Spirit King 87 on my Instagram. You can follow Tunefish Special on Facebook. You can go listen to it anywhere for my old stuff. I got like 100-something episodes. I'm gonna put all this stuff, energy that I did into this YouTube channel. So stick around. It will get better. Peace.